If you wondered why the new Jake Gyllenhaal movie Life, relatively new I think, went straight to video almost, well, wonder no more. I'll tell you in just a second.
Space Lone Mother.
Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Listen, I just saw the movie Life with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a science fiction movie set at the International Space Station, and boy did it suck. Spoiler alerts. Look, if you went and wasted your money on this in the movie theater, I bet you're pretty pissed off. I would be if I'd done that. I am so glad. Like, I kept waiting for it to show up in my movie theater, and it never did, and so I kind of scratched my head, and then it showed up on whatever pay-per-view, that thing that everybody has with like Comcast and stuff. I've forgotten what it's called, but basically you rent a movie on your cable and then you go and watch it, and voila, it's on your TV. I watched it last night. I forced myself to watch the whole thing. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Somebody clearly had the idea that you could rip off Alien, put it on the International Space Station, and have a new form of alien, something they thought would be scary, which basically looked like a starfish in space. Wasn't scary at all. And somehow it would have the strength to snap human bones when it's about the size of your hand. Totally unbelievable. Did not buy it for a second. The characters in this movie were completely shallow. I didn't care about any of them. Jake Gyllenhaal gave a flat performance. He kept going into these monologues about how, he was in the war and he hated how people were killed. Da, da, da. I kept thinking, dude, go back to the war. I don't want to see you right now. I wish you had been killed in the war. Then maybe we wouldn't have this movie. In addition to Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, I think is his name. I can't remember. Deadpool. Deadpool's in this movie. And he's the only actor that's kind of okay. But the script and the dialogue in this was so craptastic that even Ryan Reynolds couldn't save this piece of garbage. So the movie just went on and on from one unbelievable scenario to the next. In this one case, this is totally straight out of Alien. They're following this alien creature that's trying to take over the International Space Station. And it gets outside into space, but it can survive somehow. And it floats around trying to get back in. And they're monitoring it, thinking that it will try and get in through one of the thrusters, the engines, kind of like in the end of Alien when Sigourney Weaver's character, Ripley, blasts the alien out into space by hitting the engines. And so they're trying to monitor when it goes into a particular thruster so they can turn the thruster on, right? And the whole time I'm thinking, dude, this is the International Space Station. It's at a relatively close orbit to Earth, right? Relatively. And so when you're hitting all these thrusters all the time, that's going to completely mess up your orbitals. And yeah, lo and behold, the guy who's doing all this suddenly says, hey, guys, you know what? Our orbit's decaying. We need to stop this. I don't even know if I have enough fuel to get back up into orbit. And oh, man, I was just, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, you are the best of the best. NASA just picked 18 people or 12 people out of 18,000. And so these are the best of the best. And this dumbass can't think that, hey, if I hit the thrusters and use up fuel, it might A, decay the orbit, and B, make us run out of fuel. Dude, wake up. So there was that kind of crap all throughout the movie. And then the very end, and then I'll wrap it up with this, because you should not have to spend any time on a review of this movie, watching this review. Hopefully I've made it entertaining, because the movie itself was not. But the end of the movie is completely contrived, where Jake Gyllenhaal lures the monster into a capsule, a shuttle, not a shuttle, but some sort of capsule, like a Soyuz type thing, right? And the intent is he will sacrifice himself and pilot this thing away from Earth into deep space, where it will be, lost forever, hopefully. And the other remaining astronaut, somebody from the Center for Disease Control, will take the other capsule and go back to Earth and warn everybody never to go near this place again where they found it. And so, but what winds up happening is it gets switched around, right? Somehow, Jake Gyllenhaal, I was so bored with this movie, I can't tell you how this happened. That's how bored I was. But somehow Jake Gyllenhaal's capsule lands near Thailand, and these Thai fishermen come over and they look inside and they see Jake Gyllenhaal kind of all trapped by this alien, fungal life form that's basically, glued him in place. And he's looking at the window telling the Thai fishermen, don't open the door. He's screaming, no, 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 no. And then it cuts away to the other astronaut, the CDC astronaut, who's floating out into space screaming because somehow she's gone in the opposite direction into deep space and she knows she's going to die. I wish this movie had died. End transmission.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching. Look, now that YouTube is censoring everybody, we all need to work together. So please, click the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel, and do one small thing for me. Share this on social media. Share it on Twitter, Facebook, I don't care which. Every social media thing you're subscribed to. However little you're willing to do, however much. Also consider buying my books. I'm an award-winning author, and you get what you pay for. You'll at least have some enjoyment out of them. I'm not asking for charity. Take a look at my books. All the links are below. Thanks for watching.
I've been stuffed in your pocket for the last 100 days.